this new segment. I don't really know what to call it. It's basically just looking at some regional deck lists and analyzing them to kind of see why they top, see what changes they, or see what they played, and see what changes they made. So the first that we're going to take a look at here is the Machina Geargia deck played by Jason Noble at the regional this past weekend, I believe. It was this last weekend or this weekend. I'm not exactly sure which regional he played at, but yeah. All right, let's take a look at the deck. He ended up getting top 8, by the way. Alright, first, we got two Tardies. I feel like this would have been a good attack choice in here because he was running the Trags and the Doors, and he had the hand traps to protect him along with the back row. And it would have just been the advantage it would have gotten would have been nice, while everything else was able to +2, and he would be able to search for his armors, or get to his armors and arsenals faster. Then obviously he has the 3 accelerators, which should be pretty staple in any Geargia deck. He's got the 3 armors, staple. He played Arsenal, which is a little bit. He played 3 Arsenals, which is a little bit different. But the reason I'm gonna say he plays this is because it's a 1700 beater alone. If he's got 3 accelerators with it and an armor, he's basically got damn. He's pretty much got damn at that point because there's not much there's not much that Arsenal cannot tell us. It's at 2500. Then you can go into Geargia and keep doing plays from there. Also, it'll help get that first turn Geargia armor off. Geargia armor off. Then his Machina engine was in there. He's got 1 cannon, 1 force. I thought the cannon and force was a little bit weird because he's playing both of them. Since normal people only play one, and he's also only playing 2 gear frame, which I also feel is a little bit different. But my guess is because he doesn't really want to take the time to summon it. Normally, he wants to waste or use the summon on cars, armor, or arsenal. And then he's got the triple fortress, which is pretty obvious. Then his hand traps, 2 max Cs. Versus the wind-up matchup, you really need this. I'd say it's pretty decent versus the water matchup. If they go into Diva, you can just chain this and at least +1 off of it, and it forces them to kind of either make the decision of giving you an extra draw, and maybe you have Tracker Doors, or maybe giving you that Tracker Doors, that extra little push you need to win the game, or then you have to just like wait for a turn. And then we have it was obviously his other hand traps, 1 Doors and 2 Trag. He's got Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Born, Limiter, Pot of Avarice, pretty much all staples, 2 MSTs, 2 dualities. Pretty standard. 2D Prison, still standard. 2 Phoenix Chains. I don't know why. I'm not particularly sure why I ran these over Veilers in the main deck. I mean, obviously he did. I'm not incredibly sure why it doesn't stop windups from going turn 1, but I don't know. I guess it stops them from attacking, which is never a bad thing. I think maybe it's more for the water matchup than anything else. Stop that. Spear from attacking you and getting the 1400 in or something. 1 Mirror Force, pretty obvious. Just like it can be really, Mirror Force can just be huge game turner, sometimes. Obviously the Solemn Brigade, and then a row to protect his cards. Then he's got triple Veilers, 1 Max C, 2 D Fishers. This is what I was kind of questioning right here. 3 cards right here. The 2 D Fishers, any monsters from the grave are banished. Obviously macro banish is it. Which this just kind of struck me as strange, Soul Drain. Since he can't activate a fetch that activating the graveyard, this would kind of screw up his Machina. This would screw up his Machina Fortress and his Geargia, which are going to be 2 big cards in this deck, I know. And I'm not really sure why he was playing this. I can see for the water matchup he obviously did need this, but I'm still kind of confused why he just wasn't playing like. Obviously he does need all of these, but it's still a little strange. He's the 2 Soul Takers, obviously for the Rabbit matchup, what I'm guessing, or for Christia. He's got the goes in matches because he's playing everything in the deck is basically the same type except for Doors and Trag. And he's got a single rivalry. I don't know what this is exactly. I don't know what this is really against. Maybe the Rabbit matchup. And then for his extra, he's obviously got the Stardust Dragon. He's got Abyss Dweller, Fairy King, Dark Cowboy, 2 Dear Students, the Gemini Pearl, Maestro, 2 big eyes, 1 Shockmaster, 1 Desigma. I forgot I need to put Desigma in my Geminites too, because that would have probably won me some games here or there. He's got triple sandwich. I thought, no, I'm just joking. That's not actually in there. He didn't actually have the finished extra deck, which I thought was strange for a player to top of that without having just extra options. Like I didn't even see the Utopia Ray. I don't know if that just wasn't on the deck list he sent that I got from wherever. But yeah, it's kind of strange that I didn't see that. I don't know. But that's the deck list, guys. He got top 8 at regionals recently. The other deck list, I remember there was 3 windups. 2 or 3 waters, like a macro rabbit also, and those were the decks there. I don't know if I doubt you guys want to see those because they're always usually the same night. I just thought it was interesting to see a Machina Geargia top. now that since water's so big. But he obviously made a side deck geared really towards that, and his main deck really against that deck too. I guess that's it for now, though, guys. Thanks for watching.